sir, what's Gucci with a Veterans Military? Back again with another banger. Today we're going to be talking about why you are in the evidence gathering stage, what could be some issues, what are some possible resources you can verify to see what's the actual specific reason why you're still there, as well as what to do, how to get out of it. As always, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm a little sick, don't mind me. But yeah, let's get into it. Comment down below anything that you may have personally. How long have you been waiting in the evidence gathering stage, or the preparation for final decision? Has it gone back and forth? Let us know your thoughts. First of all, it could be a number of reasons. You submit that claim, you've been waiting for 5 months, 6 months, hopefully nothing longer than 7 months. But definitely it's not any new bills, new proposed changes that's holding up your claim. No. So it depends on numerous factors. First, if you submitted anything PACT Act related. If you submitted anything PACT Act related, it's going to be at least a 90-day verification period in which you submit it. It may take 2 or 3 months until it gets to the right person in the claims department at the VA. Once it does get there, it's like, okay, how many things do you have PACT Act related? You got 4 or 5. Regardless of whatever the case may be, there's no amount of disabilities you need to submit or how soon they would do it. But once it gets to the VA, to the right person, then they need to request verification from your respective military service, your branch, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Space Force, National Guard, whatever branch you served in. They're going to be verifying, they're going to be reaching out to them to verify that, A, you're stationed or deployed in one of these toxic exposed areas that are considered for any presumptive conditions, as well as for PACT Act related. Now, another thing it could be due to your medical evidence. Either you have a lot of documentation, so the VA needs to skiff through all of that, or there's some medical documents that you supplied that you didn't necessarily give the VA access to request. It could be something as simple as the documentation. If you got a veteran service officer, you can ping them hey, my claim is still in the evidence gathering stage. Can you check it out? Okay, cool. They'll go check it out. Hopefully, if they got access to VBMS, the Veterans Benefit Management System, they do. It'll be quick and simple. Blah, 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 blah. Your claim is X right here. Yeah, I see it's an evidence and gathering, and I do see some CMP exams that they're trying to schedule out. Okay, cool. Like if you submit it for five things, you shouldn't be in the evidence and gathering. You shouldn't be in the VA claims process that long, because more than likely the VA could possibly schedule you for 2 to 3 CMP exams, lump everything together, and then call it a day. Hey, cool. But if you're like, most veterans, they're claiming 10 plus, 22. I seen a claim. I was talking with a veteran the other day. They submitted 50 things on a claim. It's like, well, don't ask about, timeliness and stuff like that. Hey, cool. Yeah, you submitted 50 things for VA disability, but half of those are going to get denied. The other half, depends on his medical evidence. Just retired, whatever the case may be. If he's been doing everything he needs to do throughout the years, diagnosis, complaints, it should be an easy day. If not, if it's just, vague complaints here and throughout the years, I might be a fighting battle for him and stuff like that. Another way you can verify, you can always contact that third-party examiner, or at least track how many days have they had that exam. Because they have a certain amount of time that they can hold a claim, and in order for you can actually start complaining about it to their quality assurance. They're at that third party, whether it be VES, QTC, Loyal Group, whatever the case may be, all these icons right here. You can definitely start bugging them. Hey, it's been 21 days. It's been 15 days. Your policy says 15 days. That's 3 weeks. It's a little long, but hey, they should have been filling out that DBQ and that IMO during your exam. At least the DBQ, the Disability Benefits Questionnaire. If they were filling that out during your exam, the only thing they need to do once you step out of that room is review everything for accuracy, review your STR if they haven't already, just a cross-reference, pull some things to identify for direct service or secondary VA disability conditions, and or they could definitely, just say, hey, it's good. Service connected, I'm giving 50% for migraines, 50% for PTSD. Okay, now let me work on my IMO, my independent medical opinion. Start working on that. There shouldn't be a reason why it takes any examiner, any doctor more than 15, 21 days. 21 is like, it's at the end. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, what the fuck, yo? To complete that documentation, submit it to the VA in order for you to keep going along in the VA claims process. Another way you can check is, well, you know, the last way I would recommend you can check is go to Vera. If you contact Vera or have Vera contact you, you'll be in contact with a current or prior VA service representative, which is a VA rater and or possibly a program manager that's managing those those VA raters. Got these little punks over here, motherfucking vroom, vroom, vroom. You know what I'm talking about? Debo can never get no peace and quiet to do a vidya. But hey, you know what I'm talking about? If you contact Vera, VERA, and I'll leave a little icon right here, right there. Go to their website. It's pretty much the VA regional facility giving you a call and giving you a better, accurate description on what it is that, what's going on with your claim. If it's been submitted to, if you put in a PACT claim, they'll be able to see, okay, cool. We're waiting on response from your service. It's already been sent up versus, it hasn't even gotten to that stage. It hasn't even left the VA's office. Because if it haven't, that happened to me. It hasn't left the VA's office. I'm not sure how they process those claims because when I put in my claims, I put them in the September timeframe. End of September. I did 2 of my 4 claims in October. And then I waited December, January, February, March, April. April was when they scheduled me for my CNP exams for my PACT Act 1. Well, it was 2, IBS and GERD. PACT Act related claims. But they didn't submit that request until February. And then it didn't get back until beginning of February. I think it was, first week of February was when they sent it to the Marine Corps. And then end of April was when they received it back. Verified, yeah, you deployed, blah, blah, blah. You was actual stationed in a fucking burn pit area, burning feces. Burning those rhinos, you know what I'm talking about. Hey! So yeah, so all that happened. But that was almost half majority of the claim right there. But they sat on it from the time I submitted my claim up until February. And then it was still February, March, April. Luckily, mine took 90 days. But I do know of some veterans it's taken more than 90 days. More than 120 days. It hasn't even been submitted yet. And they're still waiting almost a year now. So, definitely, to mitigate being in the VA disability claims process for a long time, and I'll leave y'all with this, because I know y'all got attention problems, You definitely got to make sure that you're submitting everything accurately, have a diagnosis, have medical evidence, have causation for secondary disabilities, and the list goes on. I mean, that's pretty much it. I always recommend veterans to get a VSO, an experienced and knowledgeable one that's going to be beneficial to you. Just don't go down the street to the local county VSO office expecting them to be like, oh, okay, yeah, Johnny, we're going to take care of you. But they're not, because they probably come in once every 2 weeks, once a week, and then they're going to schedule you out every 45 days and then miss your appointment on that day or tell you some, funky dinosaur business. Hey, but that's just me. But hey, y'all like this type of content? As always, let your boy know. This motherfucking Debo out. I'm a little cold, congested, so, but I wanted to pump out a video for y'all.